Oh, I got to test something out too.
You saw I put me here so that we can.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Go. Nope. Almost.
I was like, oh my God,
See if something popped up automatically, but it doesn't. So, you ready?
Yeah. I am.
Okay, I think I'll be good. Yay! Let me. It's like that bar, you gotta wait for the bar to go like, it's connecting, I promise. There it is. I'm gonna try one more thing. Oh no, I was trying to see if it did something else on here, but it's not gonna let me, so that's okay. Hey, my peoples.
Hey, Facebook. What's happening?
What's happening? Welcome to Water, Wine, Whiskey Wednesday.
Happy hump day.
Always. We are so happy to be here. Let me fix this. I'm in adjustment mode.
I was like, I'm trying to get it in.
I know.
Like, it's all right. Just push me out, Sarah. It's fine.
Push her out of the way. It's okay.
Yes.
Awesome sauce.
We are,
there we go. Okay.
we have a better setup this week, so there shouldn't be any toppling.
I probably won't break anything this week. Like if y'all saw us.
It was funny. You gotta watch.
Broke 3 glasses.
You didn't
It was
say-
a record. Yes. So, I love it.
I love it too.
Anyways, welcome to Water, Wine, Whiskey Wednesday. We have Shauna Becker here with Union Home Mortgage. Woo-hoo! And I'm Sarah Solaita with Fathom Realty. If this is your first time joining us, we started Water, Wine, Whiskey Wednesday to share everything and then some when it comes to the home buying and selling process. So whether you're buying, whether you're selling, and we have everything in between and then some, literally. Special guests come on. We have so many things happening on our show that we're here to share with you. And we've incorporated water, wine, whiskey because why not? It's fun.
It really is fun. And
So much fun.
it really is a lot of information every week, but and we're back now. Hopefully we are going to be back every single week, but it really is. There's so much information that everyone does want to know when they're buying a house, selling a house, and we really wanted to bring a fun way to bring all the information to you because it's overwhelming. It's anxiety ridden, and sometimes you maybe just need to have a drink, take in the information, process it with a drink, and relax. Hey, whether it be water, wine, or whiskey.
We don't judge.
No
This is the
judgment.
judgment-free zone.
No.
So, yay.
Yeah.
Before we get into our specialty drink for the week, because if you know us, you know that we have a specialty drink that Shauna mixes up every single week.
Yeah.
The topic we will be talking about tonight is our 30-day close, which we went over a couple days ago, but it was a couple weeks ago, but it was really super fast. So we thought we'd like take a step back, go through it again a little bit more thoroughly to give you guys some great information on the learning book.
Yes.
So, if you are joining us tonight, let us know what you're drinking. If you're drinking water, wine, or whiskey, hashtag us. What you drinking?
Yeah.
We want to know.
What are you drinking halfway through the week at 6 after work? Yeah.
It's worth it. So,
Well, I know what we're going to be drinking.
I'm excited.
Our drink this week is a apple. What was it again? It is a apple pucker whiskey sour.
I was
like,
wait,
I had to look over at our stuff. Okay, so this is really, really good. As you well know, I am a chicken and a girl when it comes to whiskey. I am not a put it in a glass over ice and just sip on some whiskey. No, that is not me. So this drink I feel is really a summertime drink. It's really, really refreshing, very easy to actually do. So we have our shaker with ice. We're going to do 1 shot of apple pucker, 1 ounce. And we're going to do 2 ounces of the apple crown broil. So 1 and 2. And then we're going to do 2 ounces of the cranberry juice. I was like, wait, what's it called again? Oh yeah, apple pucker whiskey sour.
Apple pucker.
And then we're going to shake it. And we have plastic.
We learned our lesson, okay? And we'll be drinking no more glasses.
We have plastic glasses, if I can get the shaker open. Why does it happen only when I'm making a drink on
Only
the
when
show?
you're on the
Only when I'm on live.
When
does
we're making
this
our
happen.
practice drinks, this doesn't happen.
It really doesn't.
It doesn't happen at all.
I'm going to smash it. I'm just going to smash it.
Yeah, just
Oh, there we go. All right. So we have our glass, and we have a apple wedge to go.
You gotta top it off with the apple wedge. I know, I was having an issue with the apple wedge earlier. So.
Or it just gets thrown in there.
I'll wait to try it until.
Yes.
Are you making another one?
I'm going to make one for myself because, you know, it's a must.
Just we have to.
Yeah.
We have
So
to.
what has anyone, the other thing I kind of wanted to know from people, has anyone ever tried the drinks that we've made?
Oh, that's a good question because we have made some fantabulous drinks. So if you watch us make drinks, have you guys tried them? And if so, how did they turn out?
Which one is your favorite?
Yeah, I know what my favorite is, but
Yeah, which one is your favorite?
and then if you haven't watched us before and you're like, wow, what is this all about with these drinks? Go back and watch, and then you can make the drinks, and then let us know what you like. Yeah.
But yeah, what is your favorite?
My favorite is the spritzer with the Aperol. Whatever we make with it, it's Aperol spritzer. I think because it's very refreshing. I don't know if y'all have ever tried an Aperol spritzer. It's so refreshing. You can have it for breakfast. I have had it for breakfast, with breakfast, not for breakfast, a few times. But it's delicious. It's one of my favorite drinks in the whole wide world.
Cheers, everyone.
Oh.
Cheers. Oh, if this is a first time for you watching as well, we're going to go ahead and spin the wheel.
What's the wheel all about?
The wheel is basically drinks. It has some things on there for us to talk about.
But it's really an excuse to keep drinking throughout the show.
It really is. And don't worry, if it lands on something that we don't want to talk about, we're just going to put it to whatever we do want, which is to take a drink. This is free.
Oh, it landed on free.
Drink whatever you have, whatever you want.
Cheers.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Okay.
Ooh. That got me all fired up. That got me fired up.
Okay. So we're going to go ahead and if you've watched our show, we usually start off with what's going on in the last week as far as the market.
Which is exciting.
It's very exciting. I think these numbers are fantastic,
They really are.
but it's really good to know and see how much is out there, what's selling, and how fast, because it is a fast selling market right now.
Yeah, we kind of started because of COVID, so we could keep track of our market during the COVID thing. So anyways, as of about 5:30 this evening, for the past 7 days, we have had 346 homes go under contract, which is fantabulous. The last time we checked in was 2 weeks ago, and that was 306. So we are back on the rise. We are going back up.
That's right.
We're super happy about that. So in the last 7 days, as far as listings go, we know that listings have been on a lower lately. It's a big seller's market, and we don't have enough listings for as many buyers that are out there. But in the last 7 days, we have had 198 new listings.
Oh,
I know.
oh my
We're getting back
God.
to the 200s. Last time we checked in, we're at 155. So we have literally added like almost about 50-ish.
Yeah.
Almost 50.
And that was at 5, so it's 6:13,
Yeah.
and there's none left.
Yeah. Yeah. So 198 is huge in listings. This is telling us we're still in a great seller's market. So sellers really do have the upper hand right now, but we need the listing. So if you guys are on the fence or contemplating putting your house on the market, call us and let me know. I mean, I can help you walk you through the process and kind of what to expect and work the numbers for you and give you a great idea.
There's people that just really think like, I just don't think my house is going to sell.
Yeah.
Yes, it will.
It'll sell.
It will.
promise you.
So, yes.
I could draw the pictures and put them in MLS and it'll sell.
With crayons.
With crayons. That's a running joke between a couple of us. It's like, I could just draw the pictures and it'll sell. So you will not have a problem. Give us a call.
Yeah.
We'll walk you through it.
And if you're scared, as far as you have nowhere to go, call me. Call Sarah. We'll go ahead. We'll get you pre-approved. We'll let you know exactly what you qualify for with selling your house or not selling your house. And then you know exactly what's going on. So, call me first. And even if you're on the fence, call me, get your pre-approval, 910-263-2159, or call Sarah.
912-492-7379. So we'll get you guys squared away and where you need to be and where you want to be, most of all, where you want to be. And I went ahead and did some quick stats for the month of July as far as homes sold, which means new homeowners are in the house. They are closed on the house. For the month of July, we had sold 1,144 homes sold, closed out. I think that's
a record.
amazing.
I mean,
That's
it's
really
got to
nice.
be, compared to where we were last year,
Yeah.
no way these numbers were on the books.
And we know
Just no
that
way.
this market, a seller's market's not gonna last forever, just like a buyer's market. I feel like buyer's market lasts more years than seller's market.
Oh, yeah.
So
Absolutely.
yeah, so get
Get
it
out
out
there.
while you can.
Get out there.
Anyways, so I hope you guys enjoyed our market updates. We're on tonight's topic of a 30-day close. Like I said, we touched on it about 2 weeks ago, but there were some things that we felt like maybe we needed to readdress, some questions that came up. So we just want to take some time and actually spell out the 30-day close to give you guys a better understanding. Let me move this if this helps.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't help. That helps. Okay,
Yes.
so everybody can see. Nope.
Oh, no.
There we go.
There's the glare.
So everybody can see the numbers, and I hope it's big enough. And if you guys have any questions along the way, just let us know. Okay?
Yeah.
So I'll kind of let Shauna go ahead and start this, because a lot of this, up until the contract, is basically like Shauna's wheelhouse. Where's the other? Another had a green.
Oh, there's this.
Oh, I was like, I don't have the green one. I saw you with the red one, and I was like, I'll grab the green one. We're trying to keep our things separated, so.
Yeah. So, if you've actually gone with your real estate agent and actually physically went and looked at a house, I know for a fact you've called me, you've gotten your pre-approval, but the number one thing is you've gotten your list from me on all the documents that we need, and we need those ASAP. So I would say if you were in a car physically going to look at a house, I need those documents. Like, really just take that time to go ahead, get that list to me, We have a really cool thing to where when I share the app with you, our information is always on there. It's on your phone, on your computer. The cool thing is you can upload pictures. You can upload it. As soon as it gets uploaded, it notifies me that you've uploaded it, and it goes right into your file. So it's not lost anywhere. It's in there. Do this before you go physically go look at a house. You have no idea how fast this is going to go.
And how much heartache it will save you later. She gives you these things up front, so you have it. So you can't never say you didn't get it. You have it up front. If you just turn everything in all at once, you will save you a ton of stress later.
It really is. I mean, your part then with me, if you follow my list, and I give you a very detailed list on your situation. So I take a very detailed application over the phone. Then I give you, it's not just any standardized list that you can get from anywhere. I specifically look at your whole situation, give you the pre-approval, but then give you your list based on your information. You get me all of those things. I review them. If I need anything else, I'll let you know. But for the majority, that list is going to be able to get your loan in process when you have a contract. So that is the number one thing. Please get us your list of items, W-2s, pay stubs, bank statements. Get us that list as soon as possible. So then the next step is now you're under contract. You found your house, your real estate agent, Sarah's going to send me that contract. At this point in time, that is exactly when I can lock in your loan and get the disclosure sent to you.
Yeah, so we're going to pretend that we're in the month of September.
Yes.
So we have been looking at houses, and maybe we've got an accepted contract in on August 31st. That we got to sign. We're turning around either that day or the very next day. We'll say the next day for purposes of the calendar. We're turning it into Shauna. She's getting the contract on the 1st. Okay. So
with a contract date,
with a closing date of September 30th. Maybe we should have turned the contract on like the 30th.
That's all right. There's times where I'm getting it here, you know. So, but that's how we're going to play this. So, and we're going to play it that this scenario it really is going to run perfect. This is how it can run, and this is how we're going to do it. So, we got the contract. You got me your documents a week ago or a day ago. I don't care if you got it to me over here on the 30th. I'm good. So we now have the contract. I get your loan locked in. We send you the disclosures electronically. You sign those disclosures by the end of that night or whenever you get home. You sign those immediately. As soon as you sign those disclosures, I get notified. And again, those disclosures go into our file. I have what I need. So good job. We got those in. Now, right here, your loan is now going into processing. So it takes up to 72 hours for my processor to go ahead and look at your file. So if we got your disclosures here, 1, 2. On the 7th is when our processor has said, okay, I've looked at the file. Again, you've given me everything I asked for. It's a beautiful file. She hits the button, it goes into underwriting. So, depending on the time of year, and really this year has been crazy as far as underwriting. I would love to give you an exact underwriting timetable. It is, every day is different. So there are just times where sometimes the underwriters are getting 200 loans in that day, or they're getting 300. So at this point in time, I'm saying depending on the workflow of the underwriters, we're looking at probably another 72 hours before the underwriter can go ahead and pick up your loan. It can vary. So it might be when underwriters can catch up, might be a little sooner, might be a little later if they got a ton of loans into their thing. One thing you need to know, first in, first out. So you get me all of your stuff, yours is going to be looked at quickly. So that's what we want to do. We want to be on that racing track, and you want to be the first one to cross the line. So if it goes into underwriting on the 7th, we have 1, 2, 3. We're looking at the 11th or the 14th in that area as far as your underwriting. The biggest thing is that when we have your contract and you have your disclosure sent to you, we're asking you we have to have your appraisal and credit report fees up front as well. So before we can get your loan into process, and I'm sorry I skipped that part, but before we can get your loan into process, you do have to have your appraisal and credit report fees paid up right there. That is where sometimes there is a holdup to where we are not able to do what we need to do because we're going to ask you, are you ready for us to order the appraisal? That time is when we're really kind of ordering inspections.
Mm-hmm.
So here's where we got your contract. There are times where in 30-day close, again, perfect scenario, perfect situation, you gave me your appraisal, credit report fees, your disclosures, and you gave me the green light to order your appraisal. Because, and I'm going to do the appraisal in red. The appraisal, if we order it on the 1st, the appraisal takes up to 2 weeks. So, that's not red. So the appraisal
Open it.
is not even going to be back to us until around the 15th, and that's if the appraisers have no delays. You can kind of see where it kind of gets a little tense in the process if we hold off as far as any days. Say that your inspection is going to be on the 3rd, and you want to wait to order the appraisal until the 3rd. Now we're looking at the 17th. So we're going to say that we get the appraisal in on the 15th. The underwriter has another time frame as far as to get the appraisal in and underwritten. So we're looking at the clearing of the appraisal on about the 18th. The next process is once we get your approval, then we're getting your initial closing disclosure out. This form has to be sent out to you 3 business days prior to closing. You have to acknowledge that you have seen this form 3 business days before closing.
What is it? What is it?
So and this is the ICD. So it has to come to you on or before the 25th. The initial closing disclosure, this is what we have so far. So these are the fees that we have researched as far as on your loan, gotten the initial numbers from the attorney's office, and have been able to go ahead and kind of put together the initial closing disclosure. It's just a peek. It's just what we have so far on your loan. We've gotten your loan approved, and now this is what we have so far as your numbers. This is not the final. This is not the final numbers. And by you signing this, it doesn't hold you to anything as far as the final numbers. It just allows us to get it to the attorney's office so that they can go ahead and give us those final numbers. So at this point in time, we have issued this somewhere in this week, at least by this date, in order for us to get you closed on the 30th. So it doesn't, like, everyone thinks that 30 days is a long time, but when you start looking at when we order things, when we get them in, and the time frame that the underwriters have as far as to look at it and clear it, especially during these busy times, you want to be the first one in to get all of this stuff in.
Yes.
So
it's huge to make sure we're meeting all our dates.
Yeah.
Because for everything that we don't meet, you're pushing your closing.
Yeah.
And that's only on you as the buyer if you're not getting everything in on time or meeting the dates that are set for you for due diligence or inspections or appraisals, things like that. Because you are kind of in control of that as far as getting those things in.
Yeah.
You would agree? Yes, I was just going to do it. Oh my gosh, she was reading my mind.
She was so ready. And again, guys, it's a lot to take in, I know. And I don't know, let us know if this helps or hurts. Let us know if this is like more like, but again, we want to show you just the time frame.
The breakdown, because a lot of people that are buying, I know it landed on Whiskey, but a lot of people don't, especially first-time homebuyers, they don't realize the length of time it takes to go through the purchase of a home. Because if you're used to renting, you're used to like getting my credit application, getting my application for the rental, being able to move in when it's available, and done.
Exactly.
It's a completely different process, and you got to think about it. This is the largest purchase, or one of them largest purchase that you're going to make in your lifetime. So it's going to be a lot more strenuous than just putting a credit application for an apartment or a house to rent. So,
and really, the process is so easy and so smooth if you follow the things that we're asking you to do. There are so many times that I hear from buyers, oh, I need a drink first.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, we landed on whiskey, by the way, so if you're drinking whiskey, join us.
Yeah. But there's so many times I hear from buyers, I know I'm so busy. I'll get it to you tomorrow. I'm so busy. I'll get it to you next week. And that's fine. But if you say that you're too busy on the first when we got your contract, I can't even get you your disclosures. So if you can't get it to me until next week, this is when I can get you your disclosures. And possibly order the appraisal. Now we're on the 22nd. That is maybe when I can get your ICD out, your initial closing disclosure out. You are pushing that, you're just not going to close on time. And you can't really blame anyone except for yourself, you know, in these situations. So it's just, we have a very specific list and a very thing, timetable as far as to get this stuff to you.
And I'm so glad that we came up with doing something like this, because like I said, a lot of people have no idea timetables. They just see 30 days and that's it. And then, you know, it's just like a whiz. It's a day or two and then we'll be done. So, intermission time. While she's doing that, so she went over pretty much the everything that's needed to get the loan in process, to get the loan completed. There's some things on your contract on our side that we're going to have to meet. So one of these things is due diligence money. So due diligence money, just a quick synopsis of what it is, because we've talked about it in other videos and we'll talk about it again in the future, is money that goes straight to the seller at the time of contract to give you time to do your due diligence on the property. That is due immediately. So if we sign that contract on the 31st, I'm collecting it on the 31st, no later than the 1st. We're making sure that's turned in directly to the seller. Okay, the other monies is earnest money. Earnest money is a good faith money, and we can go into that more later. You can go back and watch videos of what we've done before, but earnest money is a good faith money that's made out directly to our closing attorney, and that's typically due within 5 days of the signed contract. So we signed here, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's due on Saturday, so I'll collect it from you either Friday or Monday. Okay, unless you want to get it to me ahead of time, that's perfectly fine. We'll do that. So those are kind of the due times for those things. The other thing is your home inspection. Huge. If you want a home inspection, if you want a septic inspection, if you want a radon inspection, anything like that, as soon as we have a signed contract on the 31st or the 1st, I'm already telling you guys, start scheduling your home inspection, because home inspectors are about a week out, okay? And on our contract, we have a due diligence date that we're trying to hit, because remember that due diligence money that we turned into the sellers, that just bought us time. And on the contract, I usually put about 2 weeks on the contract. So if we're here, we're turning in here, then our due diligence date, I'll usually put it around the 14th. So the 14th is the date we're tracking to have all of our inspections completed. So if we're talking about a home inspection, they could be a week out at sometimes. So if you're scheduling here, your home inspection is not going to be done, let's say worst case scenario, on the 7th. This home inspector is going to get out. Then the home inspector has to have time to get out and do his inspection and get his report back around the 8th. 7th or 8th, just depending on the time of day. Then we have to put a due diligence request together and request those repairs to be done. All right, and at the same time, we have to give the seller enough time to get quotes for repairs, because that's fair. We can't just turn in our home inspection and repair request on the 14th and expect an answer back when they don't know what kind of price they're looking at as far as paying for the repairs. So I like to say, get your home inspection in as soon as possible, or septic, or whatever inspection you want, HVAC. All inspections are on you as a buyer to get them completed. Get them in, get them scheduled, give us enough time around the 7th or 8th to get our due diligence request in. And a due diligence request, like I said, is we're requesting the seller to make repairs on the home. And that gives them time to respond. Okay, so in our due diligence date, if we were to back out because of any type of issues coming up on the home inspection, or the septic inspection, or the HVAC inspection, you don't feel comfortable moving forward, we have enough time to back out of the contract. This is our date that we're shooting for. Okay, so.
And if you order, if we order the appraisal up front, I mean, then
Yes.
it's possible that we'll have that back too. So it really is, I get that everyone is busy, and I get you're busy at work. These things are imperative when we are trying to do a 30-day close. If you are delayed and you just can't do it, it really is fine. But we just need to let everyone in the whole transaction know we're going to be delayed. It's just, you can't expect to go ahead and be too busy to do any of this and still get your date. It's just not going to happen, especially during these times where it's just so busy, and we want to do everything for you. And there's times where I've gotten the contract at 9 o'clock at night. I'm staying up until that thing is put in and your disclosures are sent to you. So I think that, it's just your due diligence to go ahead and get the things to us in that time frame as well, when this is your date. That's what, and you promised the seller as well that you're going to close on that date. So,
I am a huge advocate of not waiting to order the appraisal, especially when we're looking at a 30-day close or 35-day close, because if we are pushing the appraisal, we're just delaying everything at the end. We're delaying your closing. If you locked in your rate, you're going to be responsible for paying when that lock expires. The sellers are counting on us to meet our dates because they're moving out. They're, making plans on their side. We just have to be courteous enough to make sure we're doing everything we need to on our side to make sure we're meeting our dates.
Yep.
So, and it's my responsibility to let you know that if we don't order the appraisal up front ASAP, we're going to be delayed, and I don't like to do that. Because you're pushing.
I hate missing a closing day.
And it's just, for me, it's just like we put dates on the contract, and we've all are expected to meet those dates, and you are part of the expectation to meet those dates as well.
You're the biggest part of the expectation, because we can't move forward without you giving us the stuff that we need, without you getting all of the inspections done, without you deciding that, yes, please order the appraisal. So it really does fall on you. And I get that you're busy too, but this is your closing and this is your dream. And we want to make sure that everything goes according to what you want.
Yep, and it's
So
our
you have
job
to do this.
to educate you and kind of help you navigate what decisions to make and when. That's why, like, before we even put a closing date on the contract, we have that conversation as far as dates and meetings and stuff like that.
So if you guys have any questions about any of this, or, if you're just, again, you're just on the fence and you just want information, just call us. I mean,
we give out information like crazy. People think that we're like pushing for your business. Actually, I will be happy to give you information if it helps you. Like, you can buy a house from me or not, but as long as you're getting educated and getting the best information.
And schedule a time with us. We do FaceTime consults all the time. So just message one of us, call us. We'll do a FaceTime. We'll go ahead and set up a whole meeting. I really do feel Zoom. We've done it a lot. We've done it with a lot of our buyers overseas, over in Germany, and so
out of state or anything. So whatever we can do to accommodate, just to make sure you're getting your questions answered, and we're doing what we need to help you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But I have your documents, so you did so good.
You did
so
good
good.
to meet that September 30th date.
And let us know if you want our app. We can go ahead and send that to you. It's just a great thing to have even before you decide or before you shop.
Yeah, the app is fantastic. I think I'm gonna post it on here after we're done. Is to post the link to the app.
Yes.
Because that's just more help. I'm ready to spin the wheel. Shauna's spinning the wheel because she's closer. So.
Everybody asked me if I have a button that just drinks.
Oh my gosh. She always gets lucky. Do you see that? It's free. It says free.
Free!
Mine always lands on silly stuff.
Yeah, like crazy rates.
You know, I want that.
No, I will talk about it, but no.
This trip was fantabulous.
It was really
If
good.
you didn't catch our full video, rewind it and go back and find the recipe for that because it is so good.
If you want to be on our show, just go ahead and let us know. Yeah. Share our video with your friends too.
I am also going to put it out there. It's not in my notes, but I thought about it. We have our second annual blankety blank blanket drive coming up in September. So if you guys don't know what the blankety blank blanket drive is we collect blankets for our fur babies that are in the shelters and foster homes. So we'll be putting more information out about that as we get closer to September. But I got to mention that every week. To get your blankets, get your sheets. I just talked to somebody that does fostering for cats, and she's like, sheets is like the best thing for cats.
Yes.
So get them ready. Start sorting through your stuff. So when it comes time for us to start it up, y'all will be ready. So,
woohoo!
Yeah, guys. You have anything else?
No.
No. If you guys have any questions about our 30-day close, go back and watch it. And if it didn't answer your question, go ahead and message us, and we'll get y'all taken care of.
Bye, guys.
Y'all. All right, you guys have a great rest of your week.
Bye.
Chillis.